This is one that's actually for you. This is from a listener. He doesn't give his name, but he says, "What's up, guys? I have Halo 3, but I have a problem. I don't have Xbox Live, so I can't play multiplayer." Don't get me wrong, the game is great all around, but when you're stuck making maps for yourself and playing campaign over again, it gets boring as hell. I want to get online, but my parents think I will do nothing but play Halo 3 if I do. How can I convince them? Because I'm getting sick of watching YouTube videos of crazy Halo 3 matches.
I would recommend killing your parents. This is the same advice I gave to Eric and Lyle Menendez. It worked out great for them. Just be sure to mention that your parents were very abusive to you for not letting you have an Xbox Live account. Any judge who knows about Xbox Live will instantly agree with you and set you free. Take it from Rob. I have not steered OJ wrong. I have not steered Lindsay wrong. You will be fine.
Jules... I'm not going to pronounce his last name right. So Jules asks, why are most reviews written like absolutes, as if the writer's opinion were actually fact?
What?
Does he want them to say, well, I feel that this game...
In my experience, this could change when you buy the game.
Yeah.
You might have a different take.
They might come across as kind of wishy-washy. If, like, I mean,
yeah, it would be annoying as hell.
It is the fact that this is the reviewer's opinion.
I don't care.
Jeremy has no opinion.
It was actually to illustrate what would happen if we took his approach and said,
okay,
there is no absolute.
Gotcha.
Take your guess.
Touche. That's why you're the boss.
Yeah, and I got lucky.
There is an absolute in Hillary's review of Assassin's Creed. She is absolutely wrong. Assassin's Creed is a wonderful thing. What system is it out for?
The Wii. If you can find a copy of the Wii, you'll be able to play this game.
Jules,
the problem with the Wii is that I use the Wiimote and it reads the sensors on my eyes, so it never works.
Jules says, I personally think IGN has a relatively good rating system. That would be a great rating system if they didn't have to attach numbers to their reviews. Is the written word not enough?
Seriously?
Are we likely to see the end of this numbering?
Well, then just don't read the number.
Yeah. There's a word underneath the number. Pay attention to that.
What would you have if you didn't have the number of the beast? You just have a beast without a number. How would you identify him? You'd just be walking around going, is that the devil? I don't know. There's no number on him. That's stupid. You need numbers.
Well, I know you think in binary, right? So.
Exactly. Without numbers, I would die. If you want to kill R.O.B the Robot, here's my rating score for Assassin's Creed. 0110110110010. That's also my phone number, Jade Raymond. Don't worry, Lindsay likes to party.
Finally, Jules says he yells scoop at the start of every Call of Duty 4 round, hoping it will catch on. Mike Joseph says, I was just curious about the process you use to determine which games get a video review along with a written and which don't. It doesn't happen very often, but now and again, I'll really want a video review for a particular game, only to have my dreams crushed.
R.O.B the Robot can answer this very easily. Some games do not have visuals, therefore we cannot do video reviews of them. Zork, for example, is a game that would be a terrible video review. End of discussion.
It's true. Could there be any other reason, though, Jeremy?
Well, yeah, there is a possibility that it could also be just based on traffic. And since, we don't have enough editors on the video side to complement how many people we have on the written side, it's impossible to do video reviews for everything. We base it all on how popular something is.
Michael Beck asks, has there ever been a game you have previewed that you've loved but found flaws in, but you liked the game so much you contacted the developer about the flaws in hopes they could change it?
No.
So have we ever just worked as testers? Have you ever just sacrificed your job to be testers?
Developers will call us occasionally, though, and ask us what we think, and we tell them. There's this long silence followed by, well, what should we fix? And then we tell them, and they don't fix it.
Oh, great.
I actually called Jay Raymond and I left her a message. I said, here's a problem with your game. You let Hillary go and review it. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
And obviously that's another thing they didn't change.
I've played the trailer. It's great.
Jason Brown asks, do you guys know if Call of Duty 4 for PS3 will be updated with Rumble? I see it's not on the list, but maybe they'll do it later on?
Maybe.
Greg?
Well, if it's not on the list, it's on the list. So, yeah. I imagine that's going to take off, though. Everybody loves Rumble, right?
If they're putting Rumble in PS1 and PS2
PS1
games,
downloadable games, yeah. They will.
I think you'll see it eventually.
So what you're saying is we'll find out soon enough.
Only time
No, it
will
won't be
tell.
soon.
We'll find out in 2 years.
There you go.
This one is.
I was going to say, speaking of soon and PlayStation 3,
Oh, God.
I was watching him play.
Here it comes. Grandpa's telling another one of his stories.
Another new guy?
Yeah.
What happened to his hair?
I'm actually Ryan Clements in disguise.
Why don't you apologize for me?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. No, I'm watching PlayStation 3 has these new commercials out where they're showing all the crazy stuff it can do, and
Shows
Home is on there. I was like, what the hell? Like, if I didn't know any better and I went out and bought, Home, I'm going to be on Home.
If I didn't know any
PlayStation
better and I
3.
was watching, I'd be like, wow, The Sims put out a game called
Yeah.
Home on the PS3.
I just think it's weird that they're advertising
No,
it
yeah.
and it's not even out yet.
It's true.
True
What can you do? Why don't you call them and tell them this
They
is what's
called me
wrong
and
with
asked
it?
me, what
Yeah.
did you think of our commercial? I said, I know,
Here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Put Home in there so everybody gets excited.
I often have problems when I watch television and they have trailers for movies that aren't even out yet. I'm like, I want to go see this movie. It looks so good. Why am I not? I go
So
to
you
the
show up at the theater and it's
I
not
said,
running,
I
yeah.
saw this movie on the television. Where is it? Why is it not playing? You're right. They should only do things that are already out.
In Ryan's defense, Rob, Home is a ways away.
And the movies say coming this
And they never
weekend,
show
right?
previews for movies that are coming out in 6 months.
And all the other games in that commercial are coming out or are out.
May I ask you a question, Greg?
Yeah, Rob, go ahead.
What else does PlayStation have to advertise?
A lot of people seem to like Lair. They fell in a shower or something. Knocked
Black
their head.
Site?
It's not even out yet either. They could. Yeah. Okay.
All right. This is from Christian Sanchez, and it's addressed to me. He says, "Thanks to you, I am now addicted to Smash Mouth. Are there any other artists you'd recommend?"
Tech 9.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I would never recommend Smash Mouth to anybody. But I guess since you're...
It's not looped up and doesn't have fancy hand
Yeah, it's
claps
not
and like
fast enough for
fast.
you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But if you do enjoy Smash Mouth, may I recommend Sugar Ray, Seven Mary 3, Three Doors Down, and Creed. These are
If
also...
Rob the Robot may interject, Damon, you in fact did tell someone to listen to Smash Mouth on some other podcast about red
Did I?
lights.
But what? I don't remember what I said about it.
I don't know, but I have not stopped listening to Smash Mouth for 5 years. You told me to do it, and Rob complies.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Christian, if I mentioned Smash Mouth, it must have been tongue-in-cheek. I can only hope your email is also
Well, give us some
tongue-in-cheek.
good music.
Listen to Tech 9?
Yeah.
This is Kansas City. This is from Jonah Knight. He says, do you guys know how I can get a copy of a...
What was that bleeping noise I heard in this podcast?
Jonah Knight says, do you know how I can get a copy of a game script? I'd love to read the development scripts for Halo 3 and BioShock. Have any companies ever made any of their scripts available?
All right, so Master Chief says something, and then these
They do
little
get-
triangle guys come out, and then
They do get leaked sometimes, though. Like the Half-Life 2 script was like leaked onto the internet before the
Assassin's
game came out.
Creed,
Was that script leaked also?
many months ago.
Yeah, I don't know if
And
there's
that's
ever
what you
been...
base your review on. Right?
you read the game script.
Rob the Robot did not review Assassin's Creed. Ryan is an idiot.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Please bleep out everything Ryan says ever. I hear they're hiring at Penny Arcade, Ryan.
Ooh, they're funny.
they use pretty pictures.
Chase McCullough says he's been looking for a good multiplayer game to play with his girlfriend, something that is fun for both casual and hardcore players. I think, once again, this is one of those times we could point them in the direction of IGN.com, but to humor him, he has all the current-gen systems. What would we suggest? Maybe WarioWare, maybe
Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy. Zack and Wiki is fun. My girlfriend will actually play Zack and Wiki with me. What was the question again? Yeah, okay. Moving on. Chris Kimbrell says, should I buy Resistance Fall of Man for the PS3? Jeremy, you'll probably say yes.
Yes.
There's 2 new maps coming out this month, and you can read the hands-on tonight on IGN.com.
He also asked, should I put my pre-order down on Uncharted?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Who reviewed Uncharted? Was it the woman Hillary Goldstein? She is terrible.
No, it's me, Rob. Sorry, I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Oh, are there any dragons in it?
There are no dragons in it.
Then perhaps you know what you're talking about. What is in Uncharted?
Athleticism. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
It must be a wrestling game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
For those who don't have a window into the podcast, Greg Miller is fat.
It's true. It's the joke I was
beg
making,
to
too.
differ. I don't think Greg Miller's fat.
He runs out of breath getting into an elevator.
I don't think that's true. You're just being mean now. This is why we don't invite you back. You're being a bad robot.
Bad robot.
At least I know how to fly a dragon.
When you drink this much, you remind me of my father.
Rob the Robot is your father.
That's impossible! School! Wow. Revelations on GameScoop today. Joe Campanato says, this Christmas I'm getting an Xbox 360, but I can only get one game for it. I'm not a Halo fan. I like RPGs, so Mass Effect maybe? Yes, Joe Campanato, Mass Effect.
There you go.
Assassin's Creed. It is a perfect 10. You don't even have to play the whole game to know this.
And finally, Ed Paris wants to know, Greg, where is my official Greg Miller Superfan membership card?
Ed Paris, it is still on my computer. I'm very busy as loyal Greg Miller fans. Yourself, like you, Ed. No, extremely busy. I haven't been able to update my blog. I haven't been able to print off or laminate your membership card. There's a thing called the holidays happening right now, and it's happening on my face. Remember Teen Wolf? Anyways, I'm working on it. I'll get it to you within the next 2 weeks.
Rob just saw the trailer for Teen Wolf. I can't wait to see it in the theater. I'm glad they waited to advertise that till it was released.
Greg, were you aware that Ed Paris has created an official Greg Miller Superfan blog on IGN?
I was not. See, Ed Paris is a funny guy, and he had done this membership card thing, and he's like, wants that. I'm like, not to be on the air as a super fan. I'm like, sure, no problem. I didn't think much of it, and then he sent the wedding gift, and I actually made the card and posted it and was getting ready. And he IM'd me one day. He's like, hey, Greg, it's Ed Paris. I'm like, hey. How are you? And he's like, blah, blah. I hope you enjoy the dishes. I'm like, oh, dude. I didn't know who you were. Sorry. Hey, yeah, blah, blah. It's cool. He's like, yeah, blah, blah. So we talked for a while. I'm like, oh, he's pretty cool. And he's like,
This
hey.
is the most boring story.
Have you seen my blog? He sends me the.
So
I'm
then
like,
I woke up this morning and I was like, should I poo first or should I pee first? I do not know what to decide. So I asked my wife and she said, I don't know, honey, why don't you get your fat ass up?
anyways, he has a very obsessive site, but he seems like a nice guy. There. Is everybody happy with that story? You, Rob. God, I hate you, Dad.
You are the greatest disappointment of Rob's life.
You live in a box behind IGN.
That's what the listeners are waiting for. Jeremy, promos. What do the listeners have to look forward to on IGN coming soon?
Well, next week they can not look forward to GameScoop because we'll be off for the Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday and Friday. And, and of course, we have our holiday buyer's guide that just went up, and that's going to let everybody know what we think you should pick up for the holidays. And our top 100 games of all time is back, and we start.
What's number one?
And we start counting them down.
Obviously, Gyromite. Yeah.
Is it Assassin's Creed? It is a perfect 10, the greatest game ever made. Jade Raymond, give me a call.
As well as reviews for several high-profile games, such as Mass Effect. Rob, do you have any early impressions of Mass Effect?
When will you be re-reviewing Assassin's Creed so it gets the 10 it deserves?
Oh, you had to ask Hillary about that.
When are you firing her?
Oh, today?
Sweet. Can Rob have a job?
No.
Can I have a Nintendo Wii? I'm looking for a copy of it.
And Rock Band and Time Crisis 4 are also reviews you should look forward to. And
Soon.
Very, very,
Rob was in a
very
rock
soon.
band with Damon
It was a long time ago.
until Damon kicked Rob out for rocking too hard with his cock out.
Oh.
Listeners.